another episode of Buttons on Film, or possibly, I'm also considering retitling it Buttons on the Movies. I go back and forth on that. It's just, really it's just about, it doesn't matter about the title, it's just about really, really excellent film criticism for a modern audience. Okay, so today we're going to talk a little bit about a movie that is getting a lot of press lately, and it's called Oppenheimer. Now this movie, Oppenheimer, it has been a bit of a critical darling, and so I'm going to take you through a little bit about the plot, and then we're going to discuss what I think Christopher Nolan, who is the director and all-around star, could have done a bit differently with the film. So for starters, okay, Oppenheimer is really smart. He is really smart. He is so smart. He can see the physics. He can see it. So if he's laying in bed, he's so smart that he just looks up at the ceiling and he sees physics. And then the rest of the movie is basically about that. He's so smart that he's gotta be smart all the time. And then they're like, hey, what about if you try to kill everybody with your smarts? And he's like, okay. But then later he's like, no, I wish I hadn't done that. So that's basically the movie. Now, one of the things I find really interesting is if he is so smart, Oppenheimer, how come Batman keeps stopping him? It's just one of those things. How come he ends up in Arkham Asylum? You can understand that as a supervillain, and he's one of these supervillains that actually pulls it off. He actually got the bomb off. Not like Bane. Bane didn't get the bomb off, but this guy, Oppenheimer, he gets it off. But still, Batman caught him, as I understand it. Now, here's another thing. In terms of Christopher Nolan Batman movies, this is perhaps the weirdest one. I understand, with the Robert Pattinson Batman as well, that we're starting to take Batman into a newer dimension, and it's going to be darker, and it's going to be, it's all about, kind of having more filmic qualities. Christopher Nolan's he started that whole thing, after the Joel Schumacher debacle. Don't even get me started on that, okay? But look, one of the things is, it's just going to be a bit much if you've got a Batman movie, and you don't even have Batman in it. So to call this Batman 4, as I do, is really, it's just a bit strange, because there's no Batman in it at all. Now you assume it's implied that heavily implied that he comes at the end of it at some point and then gets things, done and probably, again, that's presumably when Oppenheimer goes to Arkham Asylum, but it's hard to tell. Okay, and the other thing is Batman's not even in the title. So, again, if you want to make a Batman movie, Christopher Nolan, I'm just saying, you've gone a bit far, and the audience still does want to see Bruce Wayne, they want to see Batman. You might think it's prosaic, okay? You might think that you know more than the audience is. But I'm here to tell you that, hey, we're still here, and we really still want to see Batman in these Batman movies. Okay? So anyway, thanks so much for listening. This has been Buttons on Film, or Buttons on the Movies, and we'll see you next time.